Welcome to my views and news. Where the top Eritrean military delegation is in Ethiopia. Different rumors are going around, analysis of different types is being shared about the purpose of this visit. Uh, Question is, who invited Eritrean delegation? Or was it an agreed visit between the two parties? Was it on Eritrean initiative or it was on the invitation from Ethiopian government? And secondly, who are the members of Eritrean delegation visiting Ethiopia? What is their background? What was their involvement in Tigray? And thirdly, what are these Eritrean delegation, military delegation members doing in Ethiopia? We got some information which we want to share with you. Secondly, viewers, just a quick update for you that after a few hours, Ethiopian Parliament will meet to revoke the immunity of a member of Parliament, and then, of course, the member of Parliament will be prosecuted. He could be arrested. Who is the member of Parliament? It has not been made public so far. We talked to some sources who said that the member of Parliament is involved in corruption, but no names shared so far. Collaboration coming videos after a few hours about the name of the member of Parliament who is going to face charges. Maybe he could be arrested. Now, the top Eritrean military delegation, which is in Ethiopia. The visit is on the invitation of Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF. It is being reported by Eritrean news sources. It means that Ethiopian government invited Eritrean military to Ethiopia for this engagement, firstly. Secondly, important thing is it's a top level military delegation. The generals, the commanders who played a key role in military offensives on Tigray in the last 2 years are part of this delegation. Abraha Kasa, who is a brigadier general, head of Eritrean intelligence agency, is not seen in public very frequently. And I think he is under sanctions from the US, from the EU. He and the army chief Philippus are under sanctions. But we saw him in public. Abharakasa is leading the delegation. Secondly, Hadish Ephraim is a general, brigadier general, again a top military commander. And he is the one who led recent offensive towards Shire. He is part of the delegation as well. Thirdly, Major General Ramadan Aulia, who is head of EDF's mechanized units, Eritrean military's mechanized units, a seasoned general, and he is head of Central Military District of Eritrea. Again, he is the one who was part of the offensive on Tigray. He led offensive on Tigray, especially in the last round of fighting. Then other commanders, Mikhail, Hannes, and others, almost all of them are those who were the key commanders in military offensives on Tigray. EDF and ENDF jointly launched offensives on Tigray in the last 2 years or so. So the constitution of this delegation indicates that Tigray definitely came under discussions. Pretoria deal came under discussions. Delegation members, they've been taken to Ethiopian projects. Like whenever someone visits Eritrea, Eritrean president takes the guests to Eritrean projects built by Eritrean government on its own. This delegation was taken to GERD, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which was built by Ethiopia despite international opposition, despite no financing from international financial institutions, despite opposition from Egypt and Sudan. Secondly, delegation visited INSA headquarters. INSA is the cyber security agency of Ethiopia, and it visited Artificial Intelligence Institute of Ethiopia and some other institutions too. Now, what we have learned is that Ethiopia wants to take Eritrea on board regarding implementation of Pretoria deal. I reported, I think, almost 3 to 4 days ago that Eritrea was a little concerned about growing TPLF PM Abiy ties. TPLF has been restored as a political party. Terrorism designation has been removed. TPLF delegation, Tigray military and political delegation stayed in the capital city Addis Ababa for almost a week. And a new alliance is emerging. Oromia is coming close to Tigray. Oromo members of parliament invited Tigray delegation to Adama. So political landscape is changing in Ethiopia. At this crucial time, Ethiopian government wants to take Eritrea on board. That it's not that Ethiopia wants to cut off its military ties with Eritrea. No one can deny military ties between Ethiopia and Eritrea. That the two work jointly, the two militaries worked jointly in the war on Tigray in the last 2 years or so. We are seeing concerns raised by groups in the Amhara region and some other parts of Ethiopia that peace deal is not being implemented properly, that Tigray fighters are not surrendering small arms, that TPLF is allowed to exist. So that is why first purpose of this visit was from Ethiopian side was to take Eritrean military on board. And that is why top channels involved in Tigray war, they were sent to Ethiopia. They were briefed by Ethiopian channels. How convinced is this? How convinced is this delegation? Too early to say. That we'll see in coming days. Secondly, Ethiopia is offering future military relations and alliance with Eritrea. By taking the delegation members to these projects, Ethiopia is offering that it can help Eritrea in building similar projects in Eritrea. And since Abra Kasa is leading the delegation, so we must not take it as a routine visit. It's not a routine visit. This visit will set the tone for future Ethiopia-Eritrea relations. And the visit is focused on security issues. No Yemane Gabriel, no Osman Saleh. Top military, top security brass of Eritrea is in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. It means that this visit is solely focused on security issue. Are the two countries going to form a broad military alliance with maybe participation of other regional players too? It's too early to say. So far, Ethiopia wants to ensure that Eritrea does not feel sidelined due to growing TPLF PP ties. And if Eritrea starts feeling sidelined, someday it might feel threatened and it might start working against Ethiopia. It might start undermining Pretoria deal. That is why this visit was initiated. Invitation was sent from Ethiopian government to Eritrean government, and top level talks have been held. We'll have to wait a few weeks, I think, to know the outcome of this visit. Our delegation will return to Eritrea. It will brief Isaias Afwerki. And the main man who makes decisions in Eritrea is the president, Isaias Afwerki. What will he be briefed and what will he decide about future Eritrea-Ethiopia relations? Eritrea does not want war with Ethiopia, obviously. Not war with Tigray as well at this point of time. Eritrea wants implementation of peace deal, but problem is that peace deal is not being implemented fully. Tigray forces have surrendered heavy weapons. Everyone was expecting that Tigray forces would surrender small arms too. It has not happened so far. Rather, all special forces are being told that they're being dismantled in Ethiopia. And we are seeing opposition. And rumors going around that Tigray is going to get back Raya and Volkait. So all these developments are creating an impression that TPLF is returning to its old position, old strength, and Abiy TPLF alliance is going to strengthen against Amhara Eritrea alliance. That is why Ethiopian government tried to dispel these rumors by inviting Eritrean delegation. Well, but we'll have to wait to see the outcome of this visit. Maybe a few weeks after that, things will be clear. Thank you for watching.